Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Findominator here, and today I'm going to be talking about how I would improve episode Shadow for Sonic Forces, going from the length of it to the plot and what to do with the preempt of the Sonic Forces comic. If you guys didn't know that existed, there is a Sonic Forces prequel comic which shows us more of Infinite before he became Infinite and when he was just the Jackal warrior of the defense squad. So the first thing that I would do is I'd make it longer and more in depth. So I'd want to see many more levels, perhaps things like instead of just retreading locations that Sonic has been through, we could get some original locations, like perhaps a different city like Westopolis perhaps. And when I say original, I mean like it can be a different location that we've already seen, or it could be an original location that we haven't seen yet, just to bring some more expansion to the world that the game is set in, and to see where Shadow was maybe during the 6-month time skip that we didn't see him during the beginning of the game to when he first gets introduced in the main story. Second of all, I would want it to work around the prequel comic and then have Shadow come into that narrative after the event, so we could see Infinite go from there, meet Shadow, and then become Infinite afterwards, which would allow us to not see the cutscene because we'd be able to just play through Shadow's free DLC and then see what was happening there. After that, I would want to remove the Green Hill level, and then instead we could have a little short cutscene with Eggman informing Infinite of Shadow's heritage, why he's so powerful, and where he came from, namely the Space Colony Arc. And then Infinite could use that against Shadow to throw him into a state of illusion like Green Hill, but instead be used in the Space Colony Arc and have flashbacks to, say, Maria, of the illusion, to throw Shadow off his game as we're playing through the level. And then we could have Infinite using that to torment Shadow, maybe bring down his mental stability a little bit. I know it's a kid's game, but obviously they'd be able to make it work if they could do, all of Shadow's trouble, his arc from Sonic Adventure 2, to the end of Heroes and then Shadow the Hedgehog. If they could do all that with him, I think this would be quite fine for just the spin-off, After that, I'd want a better conviction for Infinite than just being weak. I think everyone wants that, but I'd want to see him, realize how much more. I think we either need to keep it the same but better, or we need to change it. Like maybe we could have Shadow be seen by Infinite as something like an unobtainable power, and then Eggman offers him up like a way to become strong. Like in Dragon Ball, people want to be the strongest, and the wish-granting dragons, the Shenron and Porunga, they have the ways to make people stronger because they can make them as strong as they have the power to do so. Or they can boost people's power levels by a little bit. Eggman could have offered up a solution like that. If you take my Phantom Ruby, you'll become stronger, that sort of thing. And then Infinite was like, I must become, stronger than Shadow. After seeing this power, I want a taste of it for my own. So instead of him being inferiority complex, we could have him be a power-hungry, greedy enemy who wants to see his enemies fall beneath him, like that sort of thing, power hungry like Eggman, which is why they team up, because they're both power hungry and they want to see their rivals be destroyed. Next after that, I'd want to see more content cutscene wise, and instead of having the staple, what's it called, like DSI level quality cutscenes when they're just, moving mouths, talking to each other with the panels. I'd want to see better cutscenes, more cutscenes, maybe longer ones with more detail in them. I'd want to see an Infinite boss fight after you defeat the Space Colony Arc illusion level, where you fight Infinite while he's trying to torment Shadow. There'll be a cutscene beforehand when, Infinite enters his illusion world to take on Shadow after he's been mentally weakened, and then we play as Shadow in that cutscene and boss battle. And then after that, we could have, after Infinite is defeated, he flees, leaving Shadow in, using the rest of his power at that time to leave Shadow in there for a little while longer to bring him some more torment. And maybe the reason Shadow goes away is because he was trying to deal with that torment afterwards. Psychologically, he was taking a break from doing what he usually does to cope with this because of what Infinite's done to his brain. He needs to go off, he needs to clear his head. And then after that, of course, I'd want to give Shadow more moves, like Chaos Spear, Chaos Blast, maybe, if he was, going to do this, because he deserved more moves than just, the quick homing snap thing or whatever it's called. But yeah, that would be my how to fix episode Shadow. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. They're both free and they support me, and you'll be notified of every single time I upload if you hit that little bell over there. And I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.